For those who know me, my laptop of choice always has been a thin and light Ultrabook, and therefore I keep looking for new options in this category. So when Samsung sent across this Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360, I was intrigued. Now let me tell you 5 things I like about the Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360 and 2 things that could be better. If you're here for the first time, I'm Ershad, you're watching Trakin English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. Let's go. So, the first thing that caught my attention is of course how slim and light it is, and the fact that it's made of a very nice soft touch metal finish. And of course you also get this dual hinge mechanism, which is what makes it swivel 360 degrees like this. Oh yeah, you also get this Intel Evo certification, which is a nice stamp of approval for Ultrabooks, that's for sure. Now when you use the laptop in tablet mode like this, the keyboard and trackpad are actually disabled. And in this tablet mode, you can use the stylus now, and when you're actually touching the screen, there's very low latency as well. Plus when you're slightly above the display, it also has an air hover feature that showcases where exactly you're going to tap. Trust me, designers who use Adobe Illustrator a lot are gonna love this. You also get an air inlet and outlet grills for ensuring that the laptop runs cool and there's air circulating throughout it all the time. Plus there are a plethora of, useful ports like the USB-A 3.2 port, you've got the micro SD card slot, you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack, you've got 2 Thunderbolt ports, you've got the HDMI port, all of that is there. I was very surprised by the quality of the keyboard and the trackpad itself. The glass trackpad is so massive that it is only slightly smaller than my hand out here, as you can see. Also, the trackpad is pretty responsive and I didn't have any false touches whatsoever. The palm rejection is pretty good too. Now, the keyboard has a very shallow travel, but it has nice spacing between the keys themselves, and it's a full-size keyboard, so you also get a numpad to go along with it. Now, while it is a membrane keyboard, it has this feel of typing on a mechanical one because the sound is loud and clicky. Listen to this. The keyboard also has a fingerprint scanner at the top right corner, and you can use it with Windows Hello to unlock your system. It works very well. Now the headliner of this laptop has to be that dynamic 2x AMOLED display, which has 3K resolution and 120Hz refresh rate plus 500 nits of peak brightness with HDR support as well. What I particularly like about it is that you get the 100% color gamut in both sRGB and DCI-P3 color gamuts. In fact, you can even change the color profile from the display settings itself, which is a boon for designers because you can ensure that accurate colors are displayed every single time. Watching HDR videos on this screen is a great experience because it's of course AMOLED, so blacks are pretty deep. And in case you plan to use the Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360 outdoors at a coffee shop or something, then the sunlight legibility is pretty good too. In fact, even the touchscreen response is damn nice. Now, the ecosystem features of this laptop is what sells it. Firstly, you can connect any Android phone using the Microsoft Phone Link app, and if you want to read your WhatsApp messages, done. If you want to scroll through your Instagram feed, no problem, sir. There's also a second screen feature that lets you use a compatible Samsung tablet as a second screen, as the name suggests. But my favorite feature is the multi-control feature. Using this, I could connect the laptop to my tablet and my Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which means that 3 devices are connected at the same time, and you can actually use the laptop's trackpad and the keyboard on the phone and the tablet. In fact, you can even drag and drop stuff across these devices in the ecosystem, which is damn cool. Samsung's Quick Share, which has actually replaced Google's Nearby Share, is also compatible on the laptop. And if you have a Samsung Galaxy Buds that you use, it is immediately recognized by the tablet itself, and you can have 2 devices connected to that same Buds at the same time. So if you get a phone call on your phone, then you can immediately pause the video on the laptop and take the phone call on that Galaxy Buds. There are some AI specific features as well. For example, in the Gallery app, you can automatically remove the highlights and the shadows, and you can automatically remaster as well. Also, with the 1080p webcam that you get on the laptop, you can actually make really good quality video calls. But most importantly, Windows Studio features are also present. For example, it can track your eyes and ensure that you're looking at the dead center of the screen. Also, it can track your frame as well. So if you're moving across the frame, it will keep you in the center, which is damn cool. Finally, you get excellent battery life from the Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360. So if any laptop brand gets the Intel Evo certification, they have to ensure 9 hours of battery life at the minimum, and this laptop achieves it. Now with that fairly moderate 76 watt-hour battery inside the laptop, we still got 10 to 13 hours of usage before we had to charge it, which is a proper work day. Also, it takes about 1 hour 40 minutes for a full charge using the 65 watt charger you get inside the box, and you can use any USB PD GAN charger to work with this laptop as well. Now talking about things that could have been better, let's take a look at the specs first. The laptop is powered by Intel's latest Intel Core Ultra 7 155H, which has a 16-core CPU and an Intel Arc GPU. You also get 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and up to 1TB SSD as well. Now in benchmarks, this is what we got in Geekbench single core, Geekbench multi-core, Cinebench single-core, Cinebench multi-core, and Crystal Disk Mark. I also tried out Forza Horizon 5's benchmark just for fun, and at high graphics preset, I could run it at 30 frame rates per second average. Now you can play games like Hades or Dave the Diver, but if you're trying to play AAA very graphically intensive games, then that could trouble this laptop. But the performance is decent for, everyday usage, primarily because this is not touted as a gaming laptop per se. It's aimed towards creative professionals or professionals like myself. Now the benchmark numbers and the performance for a Core Ultra 7 laptop is good enough, but there are other laptops in the market that could possibly perform better. But for practical everyday use case like browsing, email, light editing, and maybe even some Excel, all of that will work absolutely fine on, the Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360. In fact, that's my specific use case, so it works absolutely fine for me. Now, one thing I felt could be better, because for all that gorgeous display, the AKG tuned speakers along with Dolby Atmos support don't get very loud. It does sound rich enough. Take a listen to it for yourself and let me know what you guys think. You know what? Here's a hack for you. If you do end up buying the laptop, use it in the tent mode. It will sound richer and fuller and maybe slightly louder as well. Truth be told, after using the Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360, I find my MacBook Air kinda boring, because you cannot swivel it 360 degrees like this. There is no high refresh rate display. There is no touchscreen support. There's no stylus support either. See, I'm not saying I'll switch to this laptop immediately because I'll have to change years of habit, but you get my drift, right? It does feel boring, the MacBook now. Now, if you're planning on buying this laptop, it starts at about 1,60,000 odd. The prices should be on your screen, but you also get 24 months of no-cost EMI. And there are other options in this same series. For example, it starts with the Galaxy Book 4, then you have the Galaxy Book 4 360, 4 Pro, and the 4 Pro 360, like I've reviewed out here. So what do you guys think? Would you be interested in this specific, Samsung Galaxy machine? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'd love to know your thoughts as well on this specific laptop. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.